We're live?
And we are
Hello, everyone.
live.
Welcome to the 10th, that's right, double digits, episode of the Itty Bitty Kitty Committee. Um, yeah, it's really exciting to have made it this far. And as you'll notice, we are all wearing some interesting outfits, which I believe is what we said 2 episodes ago. What fashion we would bring back into style. So if everyone wants to like show off their outfit.
It's it's hard to. Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, oh,
It's a
Oh,
trench coat.
trench
hell
coat.
yeah.
I am here in a cape. They're stylish, they're practical, they're fashionable. Bring them back, people. Let's go. Make it like the
Hell,
1800s again.
hell yeah. Give me time. I'll make myself a coat. And
Nice.
I am wearing a latex corset over a Hawaiian shirt and some circle glasses because how else am I supposed to live my life? Tell me. Tell me how else I'm
Incredible.
supposed to do it. Please.
Yeah. So today I thought we'd do a little bit of slice of life, digging into all of our characters' lives, their relationships. This is not because I was too tired to plan a score. Definitely not. No way.
This was always the intention for the 10th episode. Uh-huh. Always the
Um,
intention for the 10th episode.
of course.
It's that exclusive content, babies.
We're gonna put this on our Patreon. No, this is like Patreon content for free, y'all.
Hell yeah.
Okay, but we should probably get started. It is a beautiful day in New York City. It's before this, it's been sort of the rainy, muddy part of spring, but no, today is clear skies, just a tad bit too hot to be comfortable, but still pretty nice. Um, you can see people are like sprawled out on their steps, they got their windows thrown open, everyone's sort of enjoying um, the turn of the weather. But Jane Doe, um, I think your enjoyment of the weather is interrupted by how does Betty usually like to get in contact with you?
Um, I guess we're both witches, so she could just send her. Oh well, her familiar's a wolf, so never mind. Uh, um, maybe telepath. She can also do telepath thingy.
Okay. Jane, you feel a presence in your mind. It is Betty. And she's like, hey Jane, you got a second?
Yeah. What's up?
Well, thing is, I just got a call from Angus's principal. We need to pick him up, but I'm out shopping. Could you go do that?
Sure thing. Okay. Dang that Angus. But I'll go do it. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, I thank you. I owe you so big. Yeah.
No problem.
Um, and the connection ends.
Beep.
So, how do you make your way to Nightingale Elementary School or middle school? He's a middle schooler now.
Um, well, I guess I don't know if this would be walking distance or not. I'll just ride my skateboard there, like a professional parent.
You're gonna pick up a child on your skateboard?
Yes.
And I think when you're around the sapes, it goes on the ground, but it goes very fast. It's a
Okay.
very effective form of transportation.
They
Well,
must just assume
electric
it's like an electric skateboard.
Yeah. Um, and so you slide up in front of the school. Have you been to this school before?
Um, yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Uh,
sorry, go
if
ahead.
or I was just gonna say like if Betty couldn't go or like parent student whatever night whatever what are those called? Parent
PTA meetings?
Yes, what all of you just said. It was that. She's probably been to a couple of that for the various children's.
Yeah. And you look at the sort of old, dusty exterior. It's a pretty shit building. The windows are like made of plastic because they ran out of money when they were building it because of government corruption. This is just a known fact. Um, and there's no AC. In the summer, fuck you, it's hot. Um, but this is your local public school in your district, and so Angus goes there. Um, and so I think the office is just like inside the front steps. There's like a chipped mural on the inside that's like, "We can do it." You know the type.
Yeah.
And the office is just to the left. You have to have someone like buzz you in. And you can see like inside the principal's office, which is like sort of glassed over. Angus is there, seething with rage, and he has a bloody nose. Um,
Who did this to my baby?
do you go in?
Yeah, or I like press the buzzer or whatever I gotta do.
The receptionist is like, "Oh, hello, how could I help you?"
Hey, I'm Jane Doe here for Angus.
Oh, yeah, yeah, he's in the back. And she lets you into the office. Um, and Angus, yeah, I think the principal's in there. Angus is in there. And there's also another girl. She's bigger than Angus. She has a pretty impressive black eye and a very angry-looking mother beside her.
Oh no, not the mother. Oh no.
I know. And the mother gives you the dirtiest look as you walk in. And the principal's sitting there. He's sort of a balding man. His name is his name is Principal Buttsick, which gets him an enormous amount of ridicule from the kids. Um, Poor man.
He picked the wrong age group. Should have gone up higher.
Yeah, but he's like, "Oh, hello, are you Angus's guardian?"
Uh, yeah. Let's say legally that. Yeah.
Yeah. And he addresses all of you. He's like, "This is a very serious, important matter. Um, both of you are now suspended as fist fighting is not allowed on the school grounds." And Angus immediately goes like, "She started it," and she goes, "Did not, cowhead." And they're both immediately at each other's throats again.
Uh. Okay. Wait. The principal isn't doing nothing right now.
Well, they're not up and fighting each other, but they're insulting each other.
Okay. Well, I'm not in charge of that other kid, but okay, I put my hand on Angus's shoulder. It's like, okay, Angus, so hold up. Let's like, I don't know, like if I missed the debriefing, but let me hear the story real quick about what the heck just is happening right now.
And Angus says like, "She was calling like witches evil. That's not right." And she's in my face, and I got so angry. And yeah, the other mother is looking very smug.
Mug. Double prejudice. She passed it on to her children. Okay. Well, um, okay. I, okay, Angus. Um, one, we don't hit people because they upset us. That's just like a golden rule. Like, what if you said something insensitive and every time you get punched in the face? That's like not cool. So we'll have to talk about that later, more in depth. But let me talk to the principal 1 second. I look at the principal and I'm like, so they're both going to get the same punishment, even though obviously there's was like literally a hate crime.
They were both fighting. He threw a punch at another student, therefore I have to suspend him. And the mother goes, "You know, he hurt my little Susie. He should be expelled."
Do I hear a ghostly faint Helen echo in my voice? Oh my gosh, I just had like a heat stroke or something. Whoa, whoa. But I will say to the principal, I'm like, okay, well, how long is the suspension?
The week.
Really long. My high school, it was like 3 days. But anyway.
I don't know. I just spitballed that. Is 3 days more reasonable for fist fighting?
That's what they did in my high school.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with 3 days. 3 days.
Okay. Okay, principal. Was it principal's name?
Butt sick.
Okay, principal. But sick. Um.
Principal BS.
Oh, that's worse. um. Okay, principal butt stick. So.
What stick?
Butt
Oh,
sick.
Principal?
I'm trying to make it better. Okay, principal butt sick. So can we, I has Angus above table, has Angus gotten any physical altercations before?
He has definitely like been sent to detention for being disruptive, but like never anything like this.
Okay. Okay, principal butt sick. So Angus has never hit somebody before. I think the circumstances are, a little bit different than just kids fighting in this particular situation. So is it possible we could, not have a suspension? Maybe he does has to go like to detention, but not be suspended and miss classes and stuff.
Roll me sway.
Okay. Let's see.
While she's doing that,
got
I'm
two.
just talking to make sure that my audio is fixed because it was broken for a minute there.
Oh
It
no.
seems to be working.
All right.
Ooh. Okay. That wasn't too good, guys. I got a 2 and a 1.
Oh no.
Damn. And the principal just shakes his head and's like, "I'm sorry, Miss Doe. Rules are rules."
Not a rules are rules guy.
Okay.
Anyone but
So,
the rules is the rules guy.
Not the
yeah.
rules are rules guy.
In that situation, I don't know what else I could do in terms of like, could I beat up the mom and the child? That probably wouldn't be a good idea.
That sounds like
So,
maybe not the best idea, but
probably not.
go off, I guess.
Um, okay, hearing that and hearing that, it sounds like he's not going to change his mind because I rolled so bad. The only thing I could do more would be like, okay, but I accept that. Okay, Angus got into a fist fight. That's not cool. And he'll have to accept his punishment. That's unfortunate, that he'll be out of classes, but whatever. We're past that. So, how about we also address, though, that this other student was, uh, talking badly about witches and literally just called him a cowhead like 2 seconds ago. Are we going to do like some
Racial
sensitivity
slur.
training?
Sorry.
Like you got any plans for that? Is that just what rolls around here?
Out of character, I'm trying to think of what would be implemented at the school, because in my experience in schools, there's never really been much of that, which is unfortunate. But these are schools of the future. Do you think they would have those sort of systems?
Fucking
They
hope
probably
so.
have it written down on paper. Like,
Yeah.
most schools have a zero tolerance bullying policy. Whether or not that policy is implemented is a case by case basis. But on paper, they have a zero tolerance policy. And if you sound like you're going to bring lawyers into it, they have a tendency to act like they use it on a regular basis.
Mm. The only thing I would add is like, I don't know if this is just TV shows or something, but like when an incident happens, they'll like bring everybody to the auditorium and then have like a little thingamabob.
Oh, yeah, true. I mean, not effective, but
Yeah, I
Completely
don't
not
think so.
effective. Actually makes the person who's being bullied have worse problems. But in most schools where bullying is an issue, like half the population is experiencing it anyway, either seen it, experienced it as the victim, or being the perpetrator. So
So yeah, I think the principal, he is not on his game. He's like, we'll run a full school thing about this. I'm sorry, we have no tolerance for bullying. She's getting suspended just like he is.
Unsatisfactory, but Jane's gonna be like, okay, well, that's that then, I guess. Principal, Buttsick. Jane turns her attention to the mother. Ma'am, what's your name?
What's her? Carol.
Oh, okay, not Karen.
Oh,
Carol. Carol.
Carol. Oh fuck.
We're going
We're
somewhere
going
with
someone
this.
named Carol, and I don't want to name him.
Carol
Carol
Ofuck.
Leverett.
Carol what?
Carol Ofuck.
Leverett. Oh,
What? There's two people talking at once.
Carol O'Fuck?
Well, that's what a comp said.
Oh,
Carol Ophum.
I said Leverett, but it's fine.
Leferet?
Leverett.
I like Leverett. Let's go with Leverett. Carol Leverett.
okay,
Although,
Carol
should we give
Leverett.
a name we like to a person we don't like?
And what's your name?
I'm Jane Doe. But I was just curious about what your name was, and Jane is mentally in her name thinking, okay, well, I mean, she just gave me her name. She done fucked up now, is what she's thinking. But just to like finish off the conversation, she only wanted the name. That's the only information she wanted. But she's like,
You
well,
know,
okay.
my husband is the vice president of Jenkins Pharmaceuticals, and he is going
Money,
to
money.
he
Oh,
is
that's
going
worth
to
it.
have your butt.
Okay, like sure, that's great. Well, okay, me and Angus are leaving. But inside her head, Jane's like, yes, delicious information.
Terrifying.
Yes.
I take it her life is going to be a little more difficult after this.
Yeah. I mean, Jane literally has a cabal of criminal children. So,
Do you take Angus outside at this point?
yeah, I'm like, Angus, let's get out of here. We're unfortunately you are suspended, but so let's go.
And I think as soon as you get outside, like out of view of the school, like he starts crying.
Oh,
And
no, Angus. Or like he's crying because he's like upset or because he's like feeling pain.
he's really a little bit of both, but he's really upset.
Well, one, let's clean that nose off. Clean. Um, it's all right to cry. That's upsetting. Like what that kid said, that's totally not cool. I wish, we could have done something. I wish your school could have done something. But unfortunately, sometimes things don't work out that way. So, I'm sorry, but don't, well, you can cry, but it's all right. And she just hugs him.
Um, yeah, and he's like, I'm, I'm not sorry. I would have done it again.
I mean, honestly, like she's an asshole. But hitting people still not acceptable when you're with your peers like that. Like when you're at school, you're there for learning, you're not there for fighting or anything like that. There's other situations where you can use your fist. Trust me. Wink. But school is not one of them, especially amongst your peers. They have rules there that you kind of have to follow if you want to make it through school, and I assume that you want to do that.
School sucks.
Yeah, but isn't learning fun?
Depends.
Remember how much fun you had with Miss Helen when she taught you all that nerd stuff with the maths? I meant that cool stuff.
You can call it nerd. We embrace that word.
Yeah. Nerd is the
Nerd is
best.
pretty fun.
Yeah, exactly. So, like that's that's the only thing. That person, don't ever like mistake the fact that that person was definitely an asshole. Um, and it seems like their parents are assholes too. And I can do something about that. But the child, right now you guys are in school together, whatever. Just ignore her. Screw that kid. And since we're out of school for now, maybe you want to get some ice cream? Okay. I assume there's like a little ice cream place that does like like it's not like a chain ice cream place, so they have like really individually uh lovingly flavored but kind of weird flavored ice creams. And that's where she's gonna take him.
Harry might work there.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see if Harry's there.
Is Harry
Harry
there
has so many
today?
jobs.
I think Harry is there actually, just because
Nice.
it's funny. It's funny
So
in
yeah,
that way.
Harry, you see Jane Doe come in with Angus. He has a bloody nose and he looks like he's been crying. It is the middle of a school day, for context.
I think Harry is like, ooh, the child. I shall make the child try a new ice cream flavor. And just hands a sample flavor to Angus.
And what is it?
I think it's marshmallow and raspberry.
Oh, he would actually really like that. He likes fruit flavors.
Yeah, so it's
And
marshmallow and raspberry, and then like the tiniest little swirl of peanut butter, just to like give a little bit of extra texture. But yeah,
does Angus know you, Harry?
yeah, we've worked together before. Remember on
Okay.
Heist?
And and he's like, "Oh, hi, Harry."
Hi Angus, how you doing? Here, try this.
And he takes it and he eats it and his eyes go wide and he's like, "This is really good. Can I like have it like with root beer?"
Ah, sure. Don't see how that could go wrong.
No child of mine drinks root beer, but
Harry goes and makes a root beer float with this this abomination.
That would be an abomination, but it would be tasty for like 5 minutes.
It would be tasty for like I think the first sip, and then like the peanut butter would start to mix into the root beer, and it would not be good.
Well, I think Angus's weird taste buds actually really like this. So
yeah, if anybody would like it, it'd be a kid.
Yeah.
what do you get, Jane Doe?
I'm just gonna let's go with the cookies and cream with extra crumble bits in them and a waffle cone.
And a waffle cone.
Is it like a dipped waffle cone, or is it
Mm,
like dipped in chocolate and sprinkles, or is it like dipped in just chocolate, or is it like just plain?
Claudia
And
would
yes,
get
I
it
am going
just.
to judge your character based on this.
Well, Claudia would get a just plain one, but let's say Jane Doe gets the white chocolate one that has sprinkles on it.
Very good choice. Very good choice.
And I feel like we're at an ice cream shop, so I'm obliged to do this. I want to know what Helen and Harry's favorite ice cream flavors are, like what they would get if they were here.
So I think Harry Harry actually because Harry works there and like helps think up some of the flavor combinations and such. I think Harry actually has an ice cream called the Harry, and it is peanut butter and strawberry jelly, and then it's got like pecans mixed in. Um, and then there's like some Sour Patch Kids mixed in too for some reason. But yeah, that's the Harry. It's
Incredible.
delicious. I eat it all the time. Um,
Nice. What about Helen?
I think Rowan's would be Death by Chocolate, the chocolatiest chocolate they had available. But Rowan, I think, is going to be a pistachio chocolate chip, because the passerby might think it's a mint chocolate chip, but no, it is actually pistachio.
I
That green is
see.
misleading.
Betrayal. Well, not
Yes.
betrayal. Deception.
Yes.
deception.
Do you think Jane and Angus sharing ice cream at this little ice cream parlor, is that a good place to end the scene?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice. Helen or Harry, which one of you want to go next?
You know what I
Helen
want to
can
do.
go.
Okay. Yeah, Helen, tell me what you want to do.
Yeah. I finished in our last session my invisibility bracelet. That is a gift. I have to give to the Phoenix or else they'll eat me. But
Hey, not
I've
necessarily you. They could eat somebody else.
that is true. They are going to eat people if we don't. So, but I do need to test it before I can give it to the Phoenix. I'm not going to give the Phoenix an untested invisibility bracelet. I'm not, duh. So, Helen is busy thinking of how she wants to test her invisibility bracelet. And she's thinking maybe she also knows that from her previous experiences that her thieving skills are not the best. Um, so perhaps using the invisibility bracelet to practice some thievery.
Who do you want to practice thievery on?
I'm gonna roll a die, and on an odd roll, it's going to be Harry, and on an even roll, it's going to be Jane.
Trail.
It's odd. It's a 5
Betrayal!
specifically.
All right, who's that?
Harry.
Harry.
Oh
Now, I'm
boy.
not going to like permanently thief something from you. I mean, you're my friend, but also if you catch me, catch me. So,
Can I catch her?
if you catch me, I'm not going to end up in jail or,
That's
seriously
what you
bodily
think.
injury.
This is vile deception.
I could even send you a little note. That's like, hey Harry, just a warning. I'm testing some equipment. Smiley face. That's all it will say. So,
That's You're testing some equipment, smiley face? That's the most ominous shit I've ever heard in my life.
isn't it great?
Damn.
All right.
So yeah, Helen, what are you going to try to steal from Harry?
I'm going to try to steal something that they would notice was missing immediately. So, not their
Harry, you can chip in suggestions if you want.
their favorite cooking pot.
Oh.
I mean, I'm going to give it right back. Can I get into Harry's house while Harry is there and take something out of their kitchen and get it out of their house before they notice I'm there. This is my challenge. No, not gonna happen.
The horrible thing that you have decided to do.
Huh?
The horrible thing you are doing to me. She'll never recover. I trusted you.
In fact, I
But
think
out of
telling
character, this is an okay plan, Harry?
Yeah, no, out of character, this is fine.
Great.
okay. Because if you
So could
you
you
can't handle it out of character, then you could do it something else. But yeah.
So,
Alright,
Harry, could you please tell me about your room? I think you've described it before, but again, please tell me what it does it look like?
It's
Yeah.
it's one of those apartments that's very like clean. Where like the shelves are all open, and so you can see all the stuff on the shelves because otherwise Harry loses everything in their life. Um, so they need to be able to see where everything is. But they're not the best at putting things away like neatly. They're not like it's not those aesthetic shelves that are open. It's very like things are tumbled together and it's all like kind of piggledy except for the cooking utensils. The cooking utensils are hung up on one of those like mesh things and they're all hanging down off of like these hooks, and it's obvious that they get a lot of use and that they are like very well taken care of, and they're the only thing that's placed carefully anywhere. Um and then like there's a couch and a TV, and it's like a it's like there's a bedroom that's sort of separate, but it's like just like a curtain or something. And then there's a bathroom. But like it's mainly like a one bedroom studio apartment kind of thing. But somebody decided they wanted an open floor plan to the point where there was no bedroom wall, and then Harry was like, "I want to have a bedroom wall, but I don't know how to put up a wall because I'm a plumber, not a contractor."
I think the last time you described this, I remember there's like a bunch of like animals. Is that still
Yeah,
hold true?
yeah, there's also like there's some like litter boxes and stuff in the kitchen and stuff. Well, not in the kitchen, in like the living room. So like as far away from Harry's like where they sleep, but then there's like pet beds in the bedroom because Harry can't have the children in another room. That would be silly. Um, so yeah,
Yeah. So
and the
Helen, are
whole
you
house
choosing?
is covered in a healthy layer of like hair and feathers and fur that like they clean it up every so often, but the sheer amount of animals in there makes it like hard to keep it properly clean. Except for the kitchen again, like all the tabletops and countertops and whatnot are very clean because you can't have weird shit on the countertops. That's bad.
So Helen, are you choosing a time when Harry is out of the house, or are you doing it when Harry is in their apartment for extra challenge?
It wouldn't be a proper test if Harry was out of the house, because then the invisibility bracelet wouldn't matter. So it has to be when Harry is home.
True. First question, Harry, do you lock your door?
It's New York, yes.
Okay. Second question, what time of day are you choosing to execute this operation, Helen?
Like 2 hours after dinner time. So like
All right,
before bedtime, but after dinner time.
like 8 p.m.?
Yeah.
All right, Harry, what are you doing on 8 p.m. on this beautiful spring day?
Um, 8 p.m. Uh, Maybe like Rose and the child are over, and they're eating dinner or something. Harry has made chicken and potatoes, with like a honey glaze or something, like a honey mustard glaze. And then the potatoes are spiced with like paprika and shit and garlic, thyme, you know.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
I'm
And
just
I
gonna
think
say
earlier in
out
the
of
day,
character real quick that I haven't eaten dinner yet, and you guys are making me
Oh
so
no.
hungry.
I'm so sorry.
But
in the
this
same
shall
boat.
occur. All right, let us go.
Claudia. Okay. So I think Harry, earlier in the day, I think Rose and the child came to show off the child's new recorder skills. Objectively, the child is pretty shit at recorder, but are you really gonna tell the
Dare
child that?
you say that about my child? How dare you say that they are shit at this? You
They
don't
are.
know.
I
You
am
are.
the
Did
GM.
you
I
roll for
know.
it? Did
My
you roll
word
for it?
is law.
You have to roll for it, comp.
Okay, fine. I will roll for the child's performance. I'm using 0 dice. Shit, I
And
don't
I'm
have
just
dice.
going to state for the record that I have never heard anyone who's actually good at the recorder.
Well, people have, if
doesn't
you've looked
matter.
online,
Everybody's
like
equally
professional
as good.
recorder players are fucking amazing.
Most people who pick it up, though, especially the ones who pick it up because, they have it at school or something. Yeah.
How dare you defame my child?
5. So that means they're fairly average for their skill level, which means they're shit.
Yeah, average for a child recorder player has to be bad.
Yeah. Especially considering the child's been alive a month ish?
Yeah.
Been corporeal for a month? Yeah.
I mean, been alive for like a year or so, but corporeal in a body for like a month, and actually not inside a really depressed dude's head for like a month.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, Helen, what is your plan of attack?
My plan is to attack. No, my
Oh, God.
plan is to get myself into the apartment. I wasn't aware that there are going to be people here, so I'm enjoying the extra challenge. I'm going to use the cat kit to open the door. If it's
Wait,
oh
it's an
wait, it can't
electronic
be.
or a physical lock?
That's an
It's a
electronic locks
physical
only.
lock.
It's got to be a physical lock. So I'm going to use my lockpick set for the physical lock.
All right, roll me something.
All right.
Would this
What?
be our survey roll to see if I catch this?
So I think I'm going to have Helen roll, and if Helen fails, you catch it.
I can't roll to protect my own home.
Well, you're not. The thing is, right now you are not aware that anything is happening. If Helen gets a mixed result, I'll allow you to start rolling, and if Helen fails, you'll notice it.
Okay.
Hey,
Um,
let's see.
the lockpick set that we have. How many dice does that give me to roll?
You are currently tier 1, so that gives you 1 dice.
A 5.
All right, so you do get it open. It is a little bit noisy though. Harry, you hear a tiny bit of scratching at the lock. Not sure what that could be, but you're not sure it's anything yet.
Okay, I'm going to make sure that my invisibility bracelet is on.
So Helen, you are now invisible, and to yourself, you look like you're wreathed in silvery flame. To anyone else, you look completely gone.
I'm trying really hard not to giggle maniacally.
Harry, what do you do?
My door opens.
Well, I think there's just sort of slight shuffling sounds from the lock. It's not
I
open
think-
yet.
I think I think I pick up like a baseball bat or a cast iron pan or something. Probably a cast iron pan. Those things are nasty. And approach the door because I don't want somebody breaking into my house and hurting my girlfriend and my child.
You approach the door. Helen, does anything change in that instance?
I'm listening at the door. I've watched enough people play D&D that I know that you pick the lock, you listen at the door, and then you open it. So I'm listening at the door.
You do hear footsteps approaching.
Okay. Does your do house doors open into the house, right?
Usually.
Usually.
Yeah.
So I can like hang over to the side a little bit and see what happens. I'm gonna like jiggle the handle a little bit, and then I'm gonna pull to the side to see what happens.
Harry, what do you do?
Like, I'm not gonna open my own door. But I will probably check the lock and lock it again if it's unlocked.
It is unlocked.
So I
You
lock
just
my own door. It's my door. I can lock it if I want to.
I was really hoping that Harry would open the door going, "What?" And I would just go, but that's not apparently going to happen.
No. I live in New York. Like, come on. I'm not gonna open my door if somebody unlocks my door.
Fair
I'm
enough.
about to get somebody kidnapped. I'm not about that.
All right.
So,
Their,
Helen, sorry, go ahead, Jane.
I was just gonna say their defenses are impenetrable.
Helen, it seems like plan A has failed. What is your plan B?
They have to have a window. How high up are we?
Harry? Harry, how high up are we?
Oh, fuck. Sorry. I don't remember what we established before. I think mine is mid-level between Helen's and Jane's, if I remember correctly.
Because if I
So not
remember, Jane's
ridiculously
pretty
Fast
high
way
up,
to remember
Yeah.
things.
but pretty high up.
You made my brain buffer.
Alrighty then. Let's figure out how to get in. Like, it's a nice day. Everyone has their windows open. Let's try to see if we can figure that part out.
Make it
Yeah.
a little easier for you. I think the window would probably be open.
It is a nice day.
All right, so
Or at the very least, like, cracked.
Yeah.
yeah. Can we, yeah, so do you think it's cracked or open, Harry?
I
I
think
do,
it's cracked, and there's like a bowl of food out for like birds if they want it.
yeah, so Helen, you make your way up the fire escape to the window. Um, it's sort of rickety. I think you managed to be quiet up until now, but now that you're near the window, if you like try to do stuff, we're gonna need some skulk rolls. Or how do you want to handle this?
Well, I'm going to attempt to finesse my way through the window without opening it much. Like, I understand it's open somewhat, and I'm not the smallest person on the planet, but I'm still going to try to get in through the window with opening it or moving it the least, if that makes sense.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I'm between finesse and skulk here, because it is finesse, because this is bodily dexterity, but I'm also considering skulk because your end goal is not to get detected.
I don't see skulk listed as a
Oh
an
shit, is there a
It's
sneak
Prowl.
it's
prowl?
prowl.
prowl.
They,
Yeah.
I run 3 fucking Forged in the Dark games, and they all have different names for things.
All right, fair enough, fair enough.
So, skulk, prowl, yes, prowl.
Oh, prowl. Okay. I'm going to attempt to do it in a finessing kind of way.
Alright, that's gonna be a limited effect.
Okay.
I think you're at risky limited here.
I understand I'm risky. 3.
Okay, so you're trying to fit your way in through this little window, and the feeling I have is that you get stuck.
I haven't had as many vegetables as I should have.
No.
My love of
So-
cookies is getting in my way.
So you're halfway in and out of Harry's apartment, and oop, this window was not as big as you thought it was. And now you can't go backwards or forwards, and Harry, you're hearing sound from the window area.
Go to investigate.
You don't see anything.
I'm gonna check out the resonance.
Helen, do you have underworld resonance?
No? What else can I do?
I mean, you just heard some sound from your window. What do you think Harry would do in that situation?
I think actually I would send Dreg to go check it out.
Does Drake have a good sense of smell?
Probably.
He is a possum sparrow, right? So I think possums can
Yeah.
smell pretty well. So
Sure.
Drake starts sort of, and he goes up to the window and he just starts licking thin air.
Shh. Stop
Helen,
licking my
he's
face.
licking your cheek.
Stop it. Shh. Go ahead. Get me out of this window.
So through my connection with Dreg, would I know that it's Helen? Or at least somebody
Well,
that he
Drake
knows?
is sending you friend vibes.
Okay. I'm gonna go and open the window and be like, who is it?
Should I roll to see if I fall or if I land gracefully?
Okay.
Like, is this a loud ka-thunk sound as I come through this now open window? Or is it more of a shh sound?
So let's go for it. What sort of role do you think this is?
I'm hoping it's finesse.
Sure.
Good luck.
I rolled another 3. And
Oof,
besides
yeah.
that, I'm out now.
Just whoop, thump, thump, thump.
Helen?
All right. Gosh dang it! I was really hoping that this was going to work. You're hearing empty negative space in Helen's voice, sounding very disappointed.
Oh, did you get the invisibility bracelet working? That's great.
Yeah, I wanted to see if it was working and if I could like sneak up on you and surprise you, but all I did
and
was
I
get
think-
stuck in your window.
I think behind you two, Rose is like holding like a full ass dagger.
Rose, it's okay. It's just Helen.
Why is Helen trying to come through your window?
There's
I'm gonna-
a new artifact, apparently.
I'm gonna slip my bracelet off so she can I like shimmer into existence.
Yep, just boop, you're back.
Hi, Rose.
Hello, Helen.
My prank didn't work.
Do you want some chicken?
Yes.
Here, have some broccoli too.
I think I need it. Thank you. I'm gonna put this in my pocket, and then I'm going to effectively crash your date.
Is the four of you around a dinner table a good place to end this scene?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, I got what I wanted. I got free dinner.
All right, Harry,
just
you are
asked
up.
Cool. What was the plan?
So, Harry, I have something. If there's something you want to do, let me know. But I have something in mind.
I don't have a preference.
Well, is there anything you want to do?
I don't know.
Okay, so why don't I do my thing then?
Cool, let's do it.
So Harry, it is a little bit before this scene, probably like about noon on this beautiful spring day in New York. You are not outside to enjoy it because you are being blasted in the fucking face by a water pipe. You've just been called over to this random. Oh, Harry is frozen. Shit.
Yeah. Ace, are you there?
Hmm.
Technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Bing bong.
I
Bing
still have
bong.
excellent that, so let me check my Discord. It seems to be fine on my side. Oh, we lost him. We got splinched.
Oh no, I actually can't see Twitch. Who's in the middle of things?
Me.
Oh
Oh,
no,
okay.
Claudia's been chopped in half. Hey there, Harry.
Sorry.
You're good. What was the last thing you heard me say?
All right. At the very beginning of whatever it was you were trying to say.
Okay.
And things froze for like 5 minutes.
Well, all right, Harry. It is a beautiful spring day, but you are not outside to enjoy it because you are in the bowels of a New York City rundown apartment building being absolutely blasted in the fucking face by a thing of water coming from a pipe.
Oh,
This is your
yeah.
problem. You have been hired to fix it.
Yep, that's true. That sure is what's happening.
The joy of
I
being a
brought this
plumber.
on myself by being a plumber. I am wearing overalls and a red shirt.
Oh, let me guess, a red cap as well?
Yeah, and it's got an H on it. Um,
Do you have your fake mustache?
no.
Oh.
If they did, it would be all wet anyway.
Yeah.
It would have
Probably
completed the
washed
look.
off in the original thing.
But anyways, Harry, what's the game plan for getting this whatever the fuck is going on under the control?
So first I turn off the water that goes into this pipe.
Okay.
Then I undo the like connections that have the pipe together and I replace it with a different piece of pipe that is not broken. Then I tie it all up with plumber's tape and like stick a little joint that and then like stick it into the joint. Um
You repair it proper. This isn't done with duct tape. This is done properly.
Hey, Harry is a plumber. They believe in their work.
Your knowledge of plumbing is suspicious, but anyways.
Me?
I
Why is that suspicious?
don't know, it just is.
I've had to plumb before. That happens
Plumbing?
to everybody, doesn't it?
Not me, but I have not experienced much of the plumbing lore of the world. My plumbing years have been non-existent. I'm
I've had
sorry.
some
You'll
Moving
horrible
get there
on.
plumbing
eventually.
experiences, so I feel you.
Yeah, I've had to do major plumbing stuff too.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah. You'll look forward to it, comp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so yeah, you do that. Could I have some sort of roll for it, please?
Um, what kind of role do you want for that? A craft, maybe?
Craft feels right.
Cool.
And I think this is gonna be controlled because you're a plumber, man. You got this shit.
Yeah.
So if stuff goes wrong, it's not gonna go very long. Standard effect.
Cool. And that I just have one die for. If I remember correctly. Um, and I don't know that I'm gonna bother with like willpower or anything for this, because it seems like it's probably fine. It's probably fine.
Let's go. Give it a shot.
We sure will see. We sure will see. That was a 1.
Oof.
Oof.
Well, that dot is
Harry,
going away.
tell me what goes balls up with your plumbing job.
I think there's another pipe that was also burst, but that I didn't notice in the stream of water that was coming out. Because there's less of a leak in this one. But so when I turn the water back on, that one starts going at me a little bit.
I feel like for thematic effectiveness, I feel like this is a sewage pipe.
I was thinking that too, unfortunately.
Yuck.
Yeah, no. Fucking
Unfortunately,
gross.
yeah.
How do you deal with it?
Well, I fixed that pipe too.
Okay. Make me another craft roll at risky. Risky
Okay, and this
savory.
time I'm gonna use willpower because sewage.
Yeah.
Gross. Please be good for me, dice. We've got a 1 and a 5.
5. Okay. Okay, I think I know what happened. So you fix up those pipes real nice. They're looking good, you know, plumber's tape all slapped on, beautiful, fixed. And you go up to see the owner of the apartment, like this greasy little dude with like a rat tail. And he's like, "Yeah, I got your payment for you." And he hands you a check for like $300 less than you agreed on.
Dude, the fuck?
What do you mean, what the fuck? That's your payment.
I'm covering your shit right now. And this is $300 short.
Hey, that's what we agreed on. That's the bargain.
You told me it was only one pipe.
Yeah, well, that's your problem. I gave you what was agreed on out of character. This was not agreed on.
No. This is not what we agreed on. And I have the fucking receipt right here. You were supposed to give me. And I pull out the work order and the amount of money I had quoted him for. And that was for a single pipe. Don't fuck with me, Fredo.
And he sort of squints eyes like, huh, my sight must be bad. And he goes out and he brings you the rest of the money, but I think it's covered in a little sewage. It's gross.
Fredo, what the fuck is this?
That's your money. You just asked for it.
I'm covered in sewage. My money's covered in sewage. What the fuck?
Well, it just happened to be a little sewage covered. Go in the sink, wash it off.
You can't be washing this in my sink. I'm gonna be feeding my girlfriend later tonight.
Yeah, we'll go to the Walmart sink or something. This ain't rocket science.
No, it's plumbing.
Yeah, well, don't do it in your own plumbing. That's all I'm saying.
Go over to Fredo's sink and I wash that shit right into his sink.
Damn. Power move. I mean, he sort of deserved it. He just sort of watches you with narrowed eyes.
Fuck you, Fredo. You got my card for next time.
Fuck you too. I ain't
Take my
hiring
money
you
ready
again.
to leave.
Okay.
It needs to be said that this is how every conversation with Fredo goes. Like, we're best friends, pretty much. This is
Fuck
just
you, I'll
how
see you
we
next
talk
Tuesday
to
at
each other.
cards, right?
Coming for poker on Friday, right? Fuck you.
Of course
I
I'm
will
fucking coming
say-
for poker.
Fredo cheats so bad at cards.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not
he really
even
does.
subtle.
He really does.
Alrighty, that's all I did not have planned, but that feels like a reasonable conclusion for the night.
Yep. That seems about right for that experience.
Do you want to count this as Actually, you don't have that shit. Never mind. I would have counted this as a sabbat, for purposes of clearing your stuff, but you don't have that ritual. So do you either want to clear all your willpower and essence, or lose some infamy?
Lose infamy, please.
Yeah, I'd like to lose him.
All right, I will bring your infamy track down to 0.
Hell yeah.
Now we can be as loud as we want to be.
For a little while.
No, that's not how it works.
Yes, that's
Are you
how I understand
sure?
it.
It seems like that's how it works.
And I think I think we'll skip downtime. Because I'm not gonna
Yeah.
advance faction clocks either for this week.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, that's actually fair, yeah.
so let's skip right to XP. You know, short and sweet session.
All right.
Fredo, what the fuck?
I like how Harry is a New Yorker with everybody but their coven mates.
I know, right?
It may be part, like, I feel like part of why they started being a plumber was just, like, as part of, like, the game of pretending to be human. And then they found out that it's decent money, and they were like, you know what? I can go to night school for this. This is fine. And they just like went and got a plumber's license. And instead of it being
I love
Nice.
that.
New York apartment guys, that shit costs money.
Who wants to go first for XP?
Not it.
XP, XP. So I can go ahead. I did not need to change forms, and I didn't use Sweet Pea, so none for that. Adaptable. I think it's pretty adaptable to deal with a kid being at detention and not blowing up.
That is a hard thing to do. As an ex-teacher, having parents come in when you are disciplining their child and they're not happy about it, it's very complicated.
I
So,
can imagine.
bravo!
Aspect and beliefs. Didn't really do none of that. So the most I can think of is for Wheel of Fortune is somebody's Wheel of Fortune sure took a turn to the darker side for what is going to happen to Carol and her husband.
Yes.
So I'm going to say 2
Fuck with
XPs for this
witches.
little short adventure.
Alrighty, who's next?
Come on,
I
Harry.
can go next. I can go next. Do you want to go next?
No, I'm just
Because I can.
after you.
Cool. So like the nurturing was a thing that happened, and the justice was a thing that happened, so that's 2. And then addressed a chuff challenge with wisdom happened like several times, so I think I get 4 XP. Which is slightly ridiculous, but
It was a good night. It was a good night.
completely fine. So that now I have study too.
Ooh, nice.
No, you're gonna be a jack of all trades.
I'm 4s across the board.
Damn. Alright, Helen, what about you?
I shall
Well,
not be stopped.
I addressed a tough challenge with an artifact that I created. It doesn't matter that I created the tough challenge. It was addressed with an artifact that I created.
Yeah.
I think I was calculating in how I figured out okay, I can't do plan A, I have to go to plan B. So that's 2. I was impulsive because I decided to try to break into my best friend's house, one of my 2 best friends' houses, to test a magical device that we don't know if it works or not. So I'm not sure how I can get any of my other aspects involved in that, but I think I've got at least the 3.
Nice.
Which means I now have a dot and prowl.
Hey, learning to be stealthy here.
Hell
It was an
yeah.
attempt. Didn't say it was good.
Was an attempt. Alrighty, I think that's all we have for tonight. Thank you anyone for tuning in. See you next Thursday.
Adios.
Thank you, and thank you everyone who tuned in. We appreciate it. See you next week.